antibiotics dangerous and deadly? You bet. And the FDA will tell you so. Black box warnings, and I've got the proof. Hello, it's Nurse Kathleen, and I want to talk to you about antibiotics and black box warnings. It's a very serious thing. I'm going to read you something here, what the FDA says about it. In 2022, the FDA, and they're the ones that get to decide what has black box warnings and what doesn't. There was over 400 medications. There's much more than that. And what happens is usually there's so many side effects, serious injury, or even death that occur that they may take it off the market, mess around with it a little bit, maybe do some research, but then put it back on the market. They may even start it on the market with a black box warning. And here's what it says. A black box warning is the most serious warning by the Food and Drug Administration. Its purpose is to alert people about drug effects that may be dangerous and even deadly, right? And it says that these side effects can occur within minutes to hours of taking it, and even start occurring within weeks after taking it and or after stopping it. So it's a very serious thing. And I have a personal experience to tell you about. The specific drug that I'm speaking of today is Cipro. Now, it's a fluoroquinolone, and there's a whole lot of those out there. Even Z-Pak is another drug, Levaquin. There's a lot of drugs that I've experienced personally. But Cipro is normally used for urinary tract infections, some skin infections, and then lower respiratory infections. And it has a black box warning. Well, I was in the hospital with my mom for other things. She obviously had to have a catheter, she had had surgery, etc., and they put her on Cipro. Well, she went into liver failure because of the Cipro. She had only had 3 doses of it, and her labs were through the roof. They were checking her for hepatitis, and I got her off it immediately. I had recognized that that was the drug that was causing the liver failure. She had not had any liver problems before that, and went to the doctor and said immediately, stop the Cipro, and you can go ahead and stop the acetaminophen and other things as well. I'm going to show you some pieces of information here. One of them is talking about the disabling and potentially irreversible serious adverse reactions, including tendonitis, tendon rupture, peripheral neuropathy, central nervous system effects, obviously hepatitis, liver failure, aneurysms, confusion. There's so many things that this drug causes. It should absolutely be taken off the market. This type of drug can also exacerbate muscle weakness in those that have myasthenia gravis. So it's a very commonly used drug, and I know people have no idea what they're taking because most people don't read the inserts of the packets, and the drug reps that come in and educate the physicians on it don't tell them these things. So here's just a few, and it can be deadly. Liver toxicity, dissection of an aortic aneurysm, C. diff. C. diff is where you're shedding the lining of your GI tract, severe diarrhea. It's very contagious and it can kill you. And guess what they give you for that? More antibiotics that cause other problems that could cause organ failure. Prolonged QT interval, and those of you that are nurses or know anything about EKGs, that's not good. When it gets prolonged like that, the heart doesn't beat the way it should. The cardiac output is less, and it's a major problem. Like I said, hallucinations, anxiety, depression, confusion, and it can also cause other infections, super infections, or like with my mother, shutting down her liver for a operation that had nothing to do with her liver. Some lesser side effects are like candida, whether it's oral, vaginal, gastrointestinal. It can increase your clotting time for those who take blood thinners. So you bleed easier, you could actually bleed out. It also increases your cholesterol. It increases your potassium level. So also those people that have issues with kidneys or take other medications that hold on to potassium. I mean, it can be very, very dangerous and cause heart arrhythmias and even death. If you like the information that I'm giving you and you're looking for more information, which is what I will continue to do throughout my channel, please like and subscribe, and then you won't miss out on any of the other videos coming. And there's a lot more videos coming. And if you stay until the end, I've got a bonus for you. So with my mom, she didn't show some of the symptoms like they do with hepatitis. Normally, you'll see a yellowing of the skin. Although that was documented, I personally did not see it, and I've been a nurse of almost 30 years. So I didn't see that, but I was watching her labs every time they drew them. And so you want to look at liver enzymes. So those labs include like the ALT, the AST, what we call ALK-Phos, bilirubin, and then, of course, on your kidney, your BUN, your creatinine. The best way is prevention, to prevent from getting these things. And the best way to do that is through natural means. And there are ways I have helped many people throughout my whole career using holistic means, either preventing colds, viruses, urinary tract infections, whatever it is, building their immunity, to also helping them with the symptoms and actually getting to the root cause and finding out what it is and treating that with natural means. I've done it for over 15 years on the holistic end of it, and I can show anybody how to do it. And I know there's people out there that are buying these little kits, paying a tremendous amount of money for each person, so many weeks supply of these antibiotics. Number one, that can be deadly. Number two, they expire, and it's not the best course of action to take. It never is. It's better for prevention first and then treat naturally. Bonus I told you about, if you stayed until the end. Well, I'm coming out with a newsletter, and it comes out the middle of every month, and it talks about natural ways to for prevention, for maintenance, if something comes up, how you can address it. And all you have to do is give me your name and your email, and you can text the word newsletter, and it only comes out once a month, so I don't sell the information or show it to anybody or anything like that. But this is a text only number that I'm giving you, and the number is 678-736-6466. It says it's out of Atlanta. I don't live in Atlanta, but I use that number. Then I have two ways that I can send it to you. I usually send it by a link, and that link will open and the newsletter will be there. Thank you for watching. And again, if you want to hear more of things like this, like and subscribe. Have a great day.